Good evening, America. I'm reporting live from the high-stakes, cutthroat intersection of Wall Street and Music Row. In the fast-moving landscape of 2026, the traditional machine of the music industry, the major record labels like Universal and Warner, is currently embroiled in a shocking and unprecedented conflict. The objective of this billion-dollar tug-of-war is a single signature from a man who, just 2 years ago, was blowing a whistle on a gym floor in Meridian, Mississippi. Roberts, the new king of gospel pop, has become the most magnificent obsession of every global CEO. But this isn't just about a record deal. It's about a seismic shift in how sovereignty is defined in the digital age. We've decoded the secret offers and the industry noise to bring you this 10-point investigative breakdown of why every major label is fighting over Roberts. The truth behind the major labels' desperation begins with a number that shattered the records: 26 million. That is the number of votes Roberts received in May 2025 to become the season 23 American Idol champion. In the 2026 market, where streaming algorithms can be robotic and processed, that large, and that unfiltered is the ultimate ROI. The labels have decoded the data and realized that his congregation isn't just a group of fans, it's a movement. His followers are recession-proof because they are bonded to his integrity and heart, rather than just a catchy viral hiccup. The major labels are fighting because they know that whoever lands doesn't just get a singer, they get a sovereign platform with a built-in national mandate. They are offering magnificent marketing budgets just to gain a shadow of his influence. Told me backstage that he views those 26 million votes as a stewardship, and he refuses to let a robotic corporation box in the unpredictable magic of his connection with the people. This mandate is his financial leverage, allowing him to stay still, while the labels engage in a cutthroat battle for his attention. He has shattered the traditional blueprint for a reality winner, proving that the people's voice is the most bankable asset in the industry. Technically speaking, the industry is fighting over because he has decoded a new genre: gospel pop. His signature sandpaper and silk texture is a universal frequency that bridges the gap between the pews and the arenas. Major labels are desperate to their rosters with this sound, recognizing that has found a safe haven in the market that no one else can occupy. His infused anthem, Head Up, and his Grammy-nominated Still Live have proven that church-bred conviction can be integrated into modern R&B and pop production with soulful bliss. The labels see him as a universal artist who can heal a divided nation through music, which makes his ROI potentially limitless. They are offering him magnificent creative control, promising that his spiritual engine will never be watered down by processed studio interference. He told me that his routine in the studio is divinely guided, and he refuses to let a machine turn his grit into a robotic product. This sovereignty over his sound is what has shattered the industry's blueprint, turning a small-town PE teacher into the most magnificent architect of 2026 soul. A major stumbling block for the major labels is that Roberts doesn't need their money. Armed with a record-shattering $13.5 million Netflix docuseries deal, has built a fortress of financial independence. This shield allows him to politely decline the luxurious lifestyle offers that usually lure in young artists. In 2024, a label could box in an artist with a modest advance. In 2026, has the leverage to demand absolute sovereignty. He told me that the Netflix ROI is his safe haven, providing him with the space and stillness to stay unapologetically. The major labels are now forced to offer cutthroat profit-sharing terms that were unheard of 2 years ago. They are trying to decode how to work with a billionaire-backed underdog who refuses to play by the robotic rules of the machine. This financial sovereignty is the unfiltered truth of why is the most powerful man in music right now. He has turned his persistence into a bankable future that is entirely independent of the corporate blueprint, proving that heart and hard work are the best defenses against the shadows of industry greed. The major labels are in a magnificent panic because Roberts has achieved more integrity independently than most artists do with a major label machine behind them. His nomination for Still Live at the 68th Annual Grammy Awards was a shocking and unfiltered milestone. It proved that his routine of prioritizing substance over visibility is what the world is hungry for. Labels are fighting to be associated with his name-clear status, as he is the only artist in 2026 who can command a universal respect without a debut album on the shelves. He told me that his strategy of restraint is divinely guided, and he refuses to release a robotic project just to satisfy a cutthroat quarterly report. The labels are now offering magnificent joint venture deals where retains 100% ownership of his masters, a sovereignty move that is shattering the traditional blueprint. They know that his persistence in quality is the only way to build a bankable future in a processed market. Spirit is simply too raw to be integrated into a standard contract, and the labels are finally decoding that integrity is the most bankable asset of 2026. In a world of fakes and noise, Roberts' identity as a girl dad too, and grace is a magnificent market advantage. Major labels are fighting over him because he is unapologetically relatable to the American heartland. He has decoded the secret that integrity and heart are the best marketing tools in existence. Labels want to insert their brands into his Mississippi peace and his routine of family values. They are offering cutthroat tour support that includes private flights right away back to Meridian so he never misses a school play. This sovereignty over his family life is what makes him recession-proof. He told me that his daughters are his primary ROI, and any deal must protect their safe haven. The labels are now promising their tour logistics to accommodate his slow-burn blueprint. This unfiltered commitment to fatherhood has shattered the expectation that a superstar must be a luxurious playboy. Instead, is a universal artist who has proven that being a coach and a girl dad is the most magnificent throne of all. His viral national anthem performance at the 2026 CFP National Championship was a vocal run that shattered the atmosphere and decoded his value to the major labels. In that one unfiltered moment, proved he is the only artist who can unite a stadium of negative Nancys with a single breath. Labels are fighting because they recognize his magnificent power as a universal artist who can insert his sandpaper and silk soul into the biggest machine moments in sports and culture. They are offering him cutthroat deals that include Super Bowl LX and global sporting event partnerships. He told me that his Mississippi deep breathing, a technique he perfected as an athlete, is what allows him to stay still during these high-stakes performances. The labels see this persistence and grit as a bankable future that can't be processed, or his national anthem was a testimony that he doesn't need a label to reach 22.1 million viewers. The labels need him to stay relevant in a processed world. He has shattered the blueprint of the Idol winner, proving that he is the most magnificent voice of a generation. A major reason for the industry noise is manager, the man who famously doesn't take a dime from personal earnings. This no-dime business model is a divine redirection of the industry's cutthroat norms. Labels are fighting because they can't find a stumbling block in Steam. Acts as the shield for integrity, ensuring that every offer is unfiltered. The truth is that the labels are used to dealing with managers who are chasing a luxurious lifestyle, ROI, and Roberts are chasing a magnificent legacy of sovereignty. This persistence in loyalty over luxury has decoded the secret to a long-term bankable future. The labels are now offering magnificent advisory roles and independent distribution hubs just to work within safe haven. They recognize that heart and hard work are more bankable than processed business as usual. This vault of integrity is what keeps his name clear and his spirit right, providing a blueprint for every underdog artist in 2026. In a 2026 industry full of robotic and processed stars, routine in Meridian, Mississippi, is a magnificent and raw premium. Major labels are fighting because they know they can't manufacture the Mississippi peace and church-bred conviction that possesses. He is unapologetically himself, refusing to leave his safe haven for the noise of Hollywood. This sovereignty over his environment is what keeps his instrument raw and unfiltered. Labels are now offering to build magnificent studio facilities in Meridian just to gain access to his sandpaper and silk frequency. They have decoded the reality that the congregation is hungry for the truth and is the only one providing it without the machine's filter. He told me that leaving the spotlight of the coastal cities is what allows his spiritual engine to stay charged. This persistence in his roots has shattered the expectation that a star must move to the coast to be universal. Instead, is the world from the soil of the Magnolia State, proving that integrity is the ultimate ROI. By refusing to rush his debut album and politely declining the cutthroat release schedules of the major labels, has created a magnificent scarcity in the market. He is keeping people wanting more, which has decoded a new blueprint for market value in 2026. Labels are fighting because they know that when does release his unfiltered, Coming Home album, the ROI will be shocking. They are offering magnificent bonuses and independent release windows just to be the ones who help him insert his sound into the global market. He told me that persistence in quality is more important than robotic quantity. This strategy of restraint is a magnificent display of sovereignty over the machine. He is still and focused, refusing to let negative Nancy's or industry rumors push him into a processed release. This grit and grace approach has shattered the blueprint of the flash-in-the-pan star, proving that is a universal artist with a bankable future that is entirely on his own terms. Finally, the major labels are fighting because they want to be part of the unpredictable magic of 2026 World Tour. They have decoded the reality that has achieved absolute sovereignty over his career without them. He has a $13.5 million Netflix shield, a Grammy-nominated spiritual engine, and a 26 million strong congregation. The labels are fighting just to have a shadow of involvement in what will be the most magnificent soul tour of the decade. They are offering cutthroat, international support and universal distribution hubs, promising to integrate their resources into his safe haven blueprint. He told me that he is walking into the tour with his head up, a sovereign man who has won the world with integrity, hard work, and heart. Whether he signs a joint venture or stays unapologetically independent, Roberts has already shattered the machine. He is the underdog who became a king, and the labels are finally decoding that in 2026, sovereignty is the only thing that truly matters on the road to a permanent throne.